for those of you who are actually interested in seeing the tour of the DreamBox that I have and all the contents in it, all the stuff that holds, I'm gonna do a close-up of a lot of stuff. So I do have a little weird things in here too, I have to say. Being an illustrator, you kind of get a bit of a interesting personality. It's been a lot of fun still to collect a lot of this stuff. It was just like everywhere. Now at least I have kind of like homes for it. I have certain sections sectioned off. I've labeled it so that everything's kind of hidden away because it didn't look that great before. I mean, it looked okay, but I think this looks cuter and it's a little more fun to come to. So it's nice and hidden away. And now because it's labeled, my husband can come and get something without even asking me where it is. I mean, I'm still going to be available if he does want to know where something is, but at least he can find things really easily now. So anyways, I'm just going to go, basically I'm going to show from this side over. And when I say weird stuff, I'm talking stuff like this. This is my jar of weird things. This is actually my teeth. So I got like a mouth guard for nighttime, which I've barely used. It's really expensive. I really should be using it more. But I just thought it was really cool because I did some makeup artistry at some point for like a year at Ryerson. I took a whole course. I did pretty well in it, but so we learned how to make like fake teeth and stuff like that. But this I thought was really, really cool. So they did like almost like a 3D scan of my teeth on my mouth and made this awesome thing. So this was not in my mouth, nothing like that was going down. But yeah, so that was really cool. And they like gave that to me and I was like, yes, this is amazing. It's so stupid, but I kind of, yeah, I just love it. It's really neat. And if my teeth ever fall out, at least this shows how they looked before. Anyways, I've got some weird stuff in here too. This is kind of like the weird section, I guess you could say. So there's like some stickers and some googly eyes and stuff like that. This isn't too weird, I guess. This is like some ribbon I got from some packaging recently. Some little, you know those like socket things? They're like little stocking sockets. That's basically what these guys are. I don't remember why I got them, but I had like a ton of them. I think I got them for a specific project, but I don't remember what it was for anymore. I must have had some really wacky idea at one point. So I decided to like grab a bunch of them from some sort of shoe store and they were giving them away for free. So I was like, yes. I really don't remember what my reasoning was, but obviously it was a good one because they gave me a bunch. So anyways, I also have like a bunch of random pins and stuff because I used to do comic conventions a long time ago. So I used to collect random pins. Some of these I've had since I was a child. Really random stuff that I don't even really use anymore. Some of them I used to like have on like purses and things like that and wear them around and stuff, but I don't do that much anymore. These are just buttons. Some of these are collected from the clothes that I'm wearing right now, like my torrid pants and whatever the heck. These ones I just kind of got at the dollar store. They're just like regular white buttons. They're really big ones and they're kind of fun. Good for crafting and stuff like that, I'm sure. This is kind of like, so on both sides I have washi tape, as you can see, and ribbon, because this layout sort of gives you the option to like put rolls of things on here. So I basically have, I only have a little bit of washi tape and ribbon, but I figured I'd sort of organize it somewhat. So these are kind of goofy fun tapes and stuff like that. Down here is more like, you know, curling ribbons for like packages. This is stuff that I could probably wrap a present with. This is, I don't know if you guys have ever seen this tool. It's really cool. It's like a kiss cutter. So you can basically make stickers and kiss cut the stickers and then peel them off instead of cutting the whole thing. So if you just lightly go around something, you can do some different shapes and stuff with this. So that was really cool. I have some extra blades somewhere too. I think it's in here. Do we have extra blades in here? Yeah. Yeah, it's called a gyro cut. So in case you guys are really interested in buying something like that, I got it from Amazon a long time ago and I've used it a few times. It's a little hard to figure out at first, but it's not too bad. These are just like white gloves for like art handling. I just have like 2 pairs. I've used this here and there. I just washed one of the pairs recently. These are just like little bulldog clips. I've got some very small ones. These ones are so small that I don't even know the heck I can use them for. Honestly, they're just, I got so many of them because they were really cheap for a reason, I guess. And then these ones are just something, I think I got this from my cousin Linda. So hi Linda, in case you're watching. This is my scissors. Some of my scissors and punches and that sort of thing that can hang. So I got like kid scissors. I think these are left-handed kid scissors. Just in case there's like left-handed kids, like right now, my younger brother has like kind of babies right now, so we don't know if they're left-handed or right-handed yet. At least I don't know that. They haven't divulged that information to me yet. So we've got 1/4 inch hole punch. And this guy, I think you can sort of like cut paper with it by sort of, you can sort of slice paper with the blades there, and it's almost like a safer way of cutting, just in case you need to do that. These are supposed to be for cutting thread. I don't find them the best scissors ever, but they're okay. I don't know why they're curved, I can't remember, but I'm not like the biggest seamstress ever. These ones are way better at cutting thread. They're really sharp. They actually remind me of the scissors that my mom used to have. She pretty much had this exact pair of scissors, and I got it from my art store that I work at. And this is some stuff from my art store as well. So I work at d.i.y.er's, and it's a Canadian art store. Well, at least I did work at it. Right now it's hard to say what I'm doing because of this COVID thing. Right now I'm kind of just temporarily off work. And then there's a bunch of varnishes and things like that in here. So it's mostly acrylic paints. I got this to paint. I'll show you guys actually. So I just did a little bit this, like just regular white paint, and then a little bit of nice like dark silver paint for my flowers for my wedding. This is my bouquet that I had for my wedding. Obviously I did fake flowers, but they were really, really pretty and fun to do. I love the colors and stuff. They're like blue and purple. So anyways, that was basically that paint for that. And so I used quite a bit of that to do a lot of the vases and stuff from the wedding. It was a lot cheaper than buying actual vases. Because I got those for free. This was somehow for free at my store. It's awesome. This here is titanium white, some modeling paste, gesso, spray gesso. I don't do a lot of spraying. I don't like to do a lot of spraying, but when I do, I try to do it outside. I'm asthmatic, so that's why I've been inside a lot during this whole COVID thing, and yeah, I think I've been outside like maybe 3 or 4 times, and it's the summer now. And this thing started probably mid-March. So yeah, it's good times. I got some Liquitex. They're like free samples, I think they were. Liquitex Professional Spray Paint. These I just got from, I think I got them from Wish or something forever ago. And I think they're really cute. It looks kind of like when I open up the door, it's almost like, it's like a fridge. Which I think is so funny. So I got like, they're like strawberry milk, banana milk, and regular original milk. I put the original in front, but they are little pencil cases, and I just thought they were really cute. I put a couple things in them. Right now there's not too much in them. They're just kind of more for display. Got a bunch of sprays down here. Again, don't use them a lot, but I will here and there. So that's the first side of the door. So this is all labeled. So this basic, when I say basic, it's the actual name of the... Oh, and I also have Amsterdam in here. Oops. Amsterdam acrylic as well, but basic and Amsterdam are very similar qualities of paint. So this is just like big tubes in case I wanted to do some paint for the background of something, or if I just wanted to craft something and just put a lot of color down. They're student grade. So it doesn't mean that, like, they're like the best pigments, but they're still good enough to like learn with and mix and put down just a regular color. Like if you want like a lot of color, it's a little bit more inexpensive, I guess you could say. So acrylic mediums and Mod Podge. So this is basically just like a random bunch of stuff here. I even have some snow. Ooh, you can't, like, there you go. Wasn't focusing very well. I was still kind of not focusing very well. There's some snow texture medium and all sorts of stuff like that. I'll go through the smaller stuff in a second. I also have, so this is Winsor & Newton acrylic and d.i.y.er's d.i.y.er acrylic. So these are kind of more medium-sized tube of acrylic. And again, very similar, kind of, most of them, not all of them, but most of these are student grade. I guess the Winsor & Newton and the d.i.y.er here aren't. But yeah, there's some d.i.y.er stuff in here, as I said. Those ones here are kind of more artist quality. This is Liquitex acrylic. This is artist quality Liquitex acrylic, big and small tubes, or I guess they're not really small, they're medium-sized tubes. But yeah, I've got a few different types of heavy body because you can always thin them out with different mediums and stuff like that. Glue adhesive. So this is where my glue gun is, my glue sticks, and a whole bunch of different types of glue. There's okay to wash in case I'm going to do a project with that soon at some point. Regular white glues and Elmer's glue. This is glue dots, which I actually used the glue dots recently to put these little hearts on there, matching hearts for this, which I thought was really fun. And they stick really well, guys. Just so you know, it was hard to get this stuff off because I had to switch a few around. This is so it's just brush washing cups. So in case my nieces and nephews are over and they want to do some painting or something like that, and they want to wash their brushes, and like I'll use this too. It's not just for kids. I have that sort of stuff in there, so I'm ready just in case whenever this is over. I'm ready to craft with people and paint and whatever else. This is small golden acrylic pots that I got a long time ago. Some of them might be really old. I might have to swatch a few things and see what's old and what's not. So this is some of the stuff is really old and I just shoved it in here, and I haven't even gone through it to see how bad it is, like the condition of it, because I've had it for quite a while. So they might be not the best condition right now. Watercolor and ink. Yeah, so I don't do a lot of watercolor and ink. There's some ink over here as well. Yeah, this is stuff I got on clearance, as you can see by the green tag. Some inks and stuff like that were discontinued. And koi watercolors, those are just kind of more student grade. They're not like super high quality, but they're still fun. But this one's like a metallic and neon set. So my husband has like the normal matte set of different 24 colors, and it's very similar to this, but it's just, you know, similar palette and everything like that. I love the palette. I think it's really, really cute. But yeah, I've got like alcohol inks and all sorts of stuff in here. Mostly, again, just mostly watercolor and inks in here. This is more cello tapes and adhesives like that. So like say I'm gift wrapping or just taping anything with like a clear tape. This is basically the section to go. This is my large rolls of tape, so painter's tapes. This I think is packing tape. I think I have some magnet tape in here, some electric tape, all sorts of stuff like that, which is really fun. This is pencil crayons, assorted types and grades. So we're talking, when I say assorted types, we're talking like watercolor pencil crayons, regular pencil crayons, that sort of stuff. And this one's called Inktense, so it's basically like watercolor, but it's almost like, it's like a watercolor pencil crayon, but in ink form. So it's a little bit brighter and more intense in colors. These are old, but I think you can still get them. I don't think you can get them in my store much anymore, but you can still get them probably online. This is my pastel. So some of these are really old. Some of them are not too old, but yeah, so this is, and there's Conte and stuff like that in there. So a lot of this is soft pastels, oil pastels, and chalk pastels, and Conte and that sort of thing. So again, that could be for kids. It's starting to get down towards more stuff that kids can grab at this section. So it's more kind of like crafty stuff, getting down to that sort of section. Plasticine, Play-Doh, and air dry clay. So yeah, there's a lot of plasticine and all that sort of stuff in here. Basically exactly what it says. Felt. Yeah, so sometimes we like to make decorations for Christmas time, so there's felt and foam, and we've even made stuff for Halloween with felt, which is really fun. Inks and stamps. I don't have a lot of inks and stamps. Whoops, there's quite a few inks in the back, it looks like here. I do have a few things, but not a heck of a lot. I got a few stamps made for me at like, I think it was Artscow that I made those. You can make all sorts of things at Artscow, guys. You should definitely check that place out. It's really cool. This is my photo stickers. So like this is just like almost like sticker paper and that sort of stuff. Yeah, it's like sticker paper that I got from like a printer, a printer place. This is sand. So I have a few things of sand. I have some paper cups. This is just random stuff near the bottom, I guess. Kind of more of a miscellaneous catch-all. This is a bunch of my different stickers. So I have some like professional sort of like businessy sort of stickers in the back, sort of whatever stickers here, and then they're kind of more fun stickers right here, like for the kiddos or for myself. Again, I like having fun too. I'm kind of like a big kid, so I don't mind doing stuff like that. So up here, this is the smaller stuff. So it's kind of, these are like really cool containers, guys. If you haven't seen this yet, they're like really long. They also can be sectioned off, which I really didn't take advantage of enough, but they can be sectioned off, which is really, really cool. So because this is up near the, you know, acrylic stuff, I basically put more of that sort of stuff sort of corresponding with painting supplies and whatever else. So anyways, this is my foam brushes. These are paint brushes and palette knives and that sort of thing. This here is, what is this? Fabric and porcelain paint. Yeah, so I don't have a lot of that for some reason. I feel like I've had lots of that in the past, but for some reason right now I don't. maybe I will get another collection in the future. Oil paint. So again, don't have a lot of oil paint. It's something I used to have a lot of. I don't really play with oil paint a lot. It can get really messy and it's really, really hard to deal with in a condo or apartment situation, which is what I'm in right now. This is inks. So again, I think I already showed you that. Oh, some of them are a little dusty. I need to dust them up. This here is, what does it say? What did I put? Pens and fine liner pointillism pens. Yeah, so this is more, oh yeah. So I got a bunch of pens. And this is a lot of like Micron and Staedtler and that sort of thing that I like to use. Lately, I've been kind of on a Micron kick because I know I love Staedtler. I love Micron. The reason I love Micron a little bit more these days is because Staedtler and Micron are both waterproof. I mean, I would let the ink set for a moment, but if you wanted to say line some work and then go over it with some sort of watercolor, normally they won't bleed, which is great. But the only thing is, Staedtler is not archival like Micron is. Micron is actually an archival brand, so it will last a lot longer. So that's kind of the cool thing about those guys. I mean, they're both really amazing brands, so I really love both of them. This is a Faber-Castell brush pens. We've got some fine liner pens and stuff like that in here as well. I need to, again, do some swatching because some of these might be dry. We'll see. I should have thrown out a bunch of these, but I didn't. In my organization, I just kind of through everything in and just hope for the best. So pencils. So that's something that normally never really goes bad. I've got some pencils and stuff in here, mechanical and other. These are lots of different types of erasers. For some reason, I don't have any kneaded erasers in here, which I should rectify. I will get some of those next time I go back to the art store. These are some gel pens, and I have some doilies in here for some reason. Again, it's kind of getting into the random stuff. And this is more like kids-related stuff again, so, because it's closer to the bottom. So we've got, let's see, yeah, big and fine markers, but these are both washable. I bought these for my wedding for the kids' table so the kids could go a little crazy. I think one of the kids ended up drawing on the tablecloth and they're saying if they couldn't get it out, they were going to charge me. And I was like, ha ha ha, they're washable. I'm sure it's fine. And it was fine. They didn't charge me anything because they were washable. So those ones get a thumbs up. They're amazing. So this is kind of the same sort of thing. Also fine markers. I should probably put those in the same spot. Anyways, whatever. Fine markers, and then we've got crayons, and those should be for kids too, nice and washable. This, getting down to weird stuff again. This, somebody gave this to me. I think this is just remember that elastic craze that happened quite a few years ago? I got some of those for probably kids if they want to play with them. I don't even know if they want to play with them anymore. I'm not into it, really. That's why it's at the bottom. These guys are actually, I was doing some stuff with zip ties, and I just, for some reason, because I'm such a pack rat, could not throw this away. If you guys have any cool projects to do with leftover zip ties, I've been trying to look on the internet for it, but I can't, I don't know. I can't see what the heck that would be. And maybe I can salvage them, or maybe I'll just throw them out in the future, but if you guys have any cool ideas, I'd love to do some sort of fun projects with them. This is obviously my middle of my DreamBox, and as you can see, the stuff that's out in the open, kind of colorful, fun stuff. So I have my iPad, which I got recently, and I freaking love it. I took forever to buy something like that. Yeah, I just sort of tucked it in here for now and just sort of plugged it in, and then here, I'm going to turn on the light so you guys can see this stuff a little bit better. So this is a light switch here. There we go. That's nice. I love this like sewing machine. It's so cute. This is by Brother, and it's a quilting one, so it sort of has an extension. You can take it off and on. And there's the foot. I just sort of put it up here for now so that it can sort of stay tucked in here, but I can always bring it out whenever I want to. I can bring the whole sewing machine out onto this table and sew. And oh, this is going to be so much fun once I actually start sewing. I don't really sew a heck of a lot, I have to say. So you're going to know I don't have a lot of sewing stuff. I had a very, very small sewing corner in my room until I brought it out here. Up here is, I'm going to go through these again. So both of these sort of cabinets are purse flaps, which is, I have purse flaps that snap onto my purse so you can sort of change up your purse a little bit with whatever outfits you're wearing, which is really fun. I love doing it. So you don't have to buy a whole purse and change out, get all the contents out of your purse and then put it into a new purse. You basically have the contents in the same purse. You just change the flap and it's just like bang, bam, boom. You're done and you're out the door and you're ready to go. So I've got like a whole bunch of different purse flaps for different occasions, and I can show you the art for that in the future in other videos. So that's that. So those are the top ones. I don't know why I put them in here, but they really fit nicely in here. They're just a little bit bent back, but like they're fabric, who cares? Pencil cases and mannequins. Okay, so mannequins, when I say mannequins, they're kind of like these kind of things, like mannequins like that. I've got a horse one that is broken. So I got some stuff from Wish and whatnot. But yeah, there's some pencil cases that I don't really use all that much anymore because this thing happened. Of course, I should talk about the middle stuff here that's out in the open. This is just a bunch of books that I have. This is the sewing information for like the sewing machine. This is journal stuff. I have, this one's like a kid's book of paper crafts and love and stuff like that. It's a really cute book. It's got lots of patterned paper and stuff like that in it. I love illustration and illustrators and stuff like that. So I got these really cool books and obviously logo design and stuff like that for my design passion. So yeah, I really love that sort of stuff. There's a bunch of cool art books in the back. I just put them in the back, even though I love those books as well. Then I've got, again, some journals for certain things, sticker planner stuff, just to make my journals a little more fun. And then this is a really good book. So this is really cute. I love the sticker book. This is 1500 color mixing recipes. So it actually is a really neat book about color mixing in case for oil, acrylic, and watercolor, guys. So this is in case you don't know what colors make what. This will show you. And it has like really interesting, really cool contents and stuff like that in it. It's a really awesome book. I have really useful books in here too, art making stuff. Anyways, I just wanted to show you guys that book. It's really cool. So anyways, then up here I kind of have, I've had this since college, this like little lipstick pen. It is so freaking cute. It also has like sparkles. I don't know. Oh, it's so old. It's not even like working much anymore. Yeah, it's like a little snow globe kind of situation. And so this pops up off here and it's a pen. It's just really cute. I just like love it. I got it, yeah, I think I got it in college. This, I don't even remember what's inside here. I don't think there's too much inside there. It's just more for decoration. There's some Mod Podge and whatnot in the back, like big tubes of it. And then this, my friend Lynn, hey Lynn, if you're watching, got this for me, this little My Little Pony. It's like a pencil case thing, but it's got some erasers and things like that in it. It's so cute, and it's actually one of my favorite ponies. I love My Little Pony. It's really cute. I've loved it since I was a kid, before like the redesign, and I love the redesign too. I think it's really fun and cute. All right, let's get back into here. I got label maker stuff, and this is why I feel like I'm turning into Monica from Friends. Lots of label maker stuff. This is a really cute label maker that you can make regular labels, like sticker labels, but you can also print up ribbon labels with it, which is really awesome. And it's purple. It like matches my sewing machine, guys, sort of. Similar colors. This is my staple stuff and notes. So this is all office equipment stuff, I guess. So my notepads, my staples, my stapler, my staple remover, my stapleless staplers in case I don't feel like having staples but I want to staple something together. So that's like from Japan. And this is just video equipment. This is random stuff from, again, more video equipment stuff, but then I've got some random pens and things in here from my wedding. I don't think I wanted to put them in the regular pen section. Heat tools. All right, so this is my heat tools section. So this is the embossing heat tool. So that's really, it's good for other things too. It's not just great for embossing, but this is really cool for that. This I've used a few times on not just wood, because this is kind of like more of a wood burning tool, but I've used it on plastic and stuff like that as well. So for Halloween. All right, so on this side of the DreamBox, I kind of have interesting, this is scrap fabric somebody gave me, some wallets I kind of made for Christmas presents a long time ago, just like extra wallet stuff that didn't really work out as well as I was hoping. So this is a lot more sewing stuff above my sewing machine, not fully, not everything is for sewing, but whatever. So we've got threads and sewing stuff in here. So obviously there's some threads. I probably need to make this a little neater, but it still does the trick. We've got this sort of thing. This is really cool. So it's like you don't have to actually sew something. You can sort of steam close something and like iron something shut. So that's really neat. This is for making, if I wanted to make resin buttons, which I think would be really fun to do. What is this here? Oh, this is Oh, this is Velcro. This is Velcro. So it's got like the male and female sides on it, so it sort of sticks to itself in a way. Just so you know, I'm not trying to be gender specific. That's what it's called on in Velcro, I guess. The fuzzy sort of soft side is the female side, and then the side with the hooks is male side. So it's kind of really weird, but that's basically how it works. At least that's what I've learned when I was working at the art store. There's more Velcro here. And there's elastics and all sorts of stuff like that. So there's a whole bunch of different sewing stuff in here. What else is this? Oh, this is just random, like a little sewing kit box that I sort of shoved in there as well. The sewing machine parts. Yeah, I've got sewing machine parts in here. Basically, this is part of my sewing machine in case I just want like a little bit around it, not this whole. This is extended for my quilting if I ever want to do quilting or to keep things kind of flattish. So this is kind of, it also keeps stuff inside here. But this is also something my friend made. This is my friend Natasha made this, and hopefully I can link for her down below. But she actually made this fabric, like dyed it, and then she like actually made, like, sewed this little purse thing for me, and she gave it to me for my birthday. I think it was like a few years ago. So hi Natasha, if you're watching this. And I put a bunch of stuff for the sewing machine, which is great because she sews too, so I felt like it was kind of honoring her a little bit by putting sewing machine parts and stuff like that in there. This was something that didn't really work out very well that I got off of Wish. It was a lot smaller than what I wanted. This is also to undo the needle and stuff like that in the sewing machine. So yeah, sewing machine parts. Sewing machine clips. Oh, and this is like another project that I was doing random. This is just basically, instead of pinning stuff, you can clip your stuff together, and that might make it, depends on what material you're using, that might make it a little easier for you to sew, and then you don't get the pin marks in there. So that can be recommended for, say, like if you're sewing plastic or something like that together, it's really good for that. And yeah, this is, I should put stencils on here. This is measuring stuff and stencils. So I have like all sorts of like different curve things, rulers, obviously, like I need a metal ruler for lots of different things. This is just like little, I actually found like almost like little stencils if I wanted to do very tiny, say, doll's clothes or something like that with some fabric paint. I got like little stencils from, technically from, it's like a floss thing, but like I didn't use it. Christmas stencils. I also have like templates for things. This is to make envelopes, in case I want to make envelopes. And of course, like sometimes you just need circle templates for things, or oval shaped, especially if you're doing stuff like comics like me. If you're doing voice bubbles, you want things to look kind of nice. So that's basically that side. I just wanted to show you guys that. I'm gonna move on over to this stuff up here. This is, okay, I'm not even going to show you what's in the contents of this, but this is basically doll making stuff because I wanted to make my own doll, and I wanted to make one of Matt at one point, so I might have to be switching heads and stuff like that soon. I used to make dolls for my comic too, just for fun, but I want to try to make one of myself and my husband. I think it'd be really funny. It's got photo paper and accessories. This I got, oh, what is it? Yeah, I got like a Kodak. I didn't get one of those cameras. Oh, this is like some business card stuff in here too. Yeah, I got like an Instax smartphone printer, so I can basically hook up my smartphone that I'm using right now to film. I can hook up my smartphone and print off pictures from it, which is really, really cool. So this is just kind of like, yeah, it's just kind of like fun stuff up there. It is grouped together for a reason. So this is in case I start doing jewelry making stuff. My niece is starting to get into jewelry making stuff. I'm actually starting to get into it too myself. I like making presents for people sometimes, so I'm thinking of making more jewelry stuff for people. So like this is just some of my jewelry stuff that I've kind of collected over the years. So this is like wire and string, and this doesn't even have to just be for jewelry. This could be for other things too, the wire, even the string, but this is what it's sort of meant for, I guess. This is just random miscellaneous string and ribbon that I've had for other projects, and there's a few different, that's like a washi tape packaging that maybe I'll use in the future. I don't even know. Jewelry crafting supplies. What is this? This is just containers, and oh, there's Sculpey stuff in here. Can't even get it out. Anyways, there are tools and whatnot. Yeah. Let's just get these ones out. Yeah, there's like stone ones that I've been sort of toying with a little bit. I love this. This is really cool. This accent Sculpey. Really fun to you basically bake it. You just follow the baking instructions, guys, if you don't use that sort of much. There's floss in here, and people will probably ask me why there's floss in here. The reason being, a floss you can actually use to cut things, like you can actually cut through wet clay with it, and it'll make it a little bit easier to portion things off. Be careful not to cut yourself with it, because sometimes that can happen as well. It's almost like paper cuts, but it's like floss cuts. This is my resin mold, so I have some molds specifically for resin, and I have some molds specifically for baking. So this is some of those. I have some smaller ones too in this section over here that I'll show you guys later. So that's my bigger mold. This is silicone mold putty in case I want to make my own. So I have the FDA food grade silicone putty that I bought, and some regular for just making resin stuff. Lots of different silicone putties. Yeah, so I can make my own molds, whatever I want to do. Bead stuff. So this is like leftover bead stuff. So yeah, I got some leftover bead stuff, because I put some bead stuff in another container for the kiddos. But this is like extra stuff, which is really fun. So these are smaller beads, just like little tiny ones that I've had for a while. And then bigger ones, different sizes. So you can make almost like pearl necklaces and whatever. Pearl necklaces. Resin, different kinds of resin, art resin, Pebeo resin, that sort of thing. Kind of cool. I want to do some resin stuff in the future, maybe with jewelry. I used to work at a box company a long time ago. I know it sounds like the Simpson thing, the box factory. No. Anyways, I used to work at a box company like a long time ago. Basically, I would sell packaging before I started working at the art store. So it's jewelry boxes and that sort of thing that I got from there. I got little, like big ones like this, which I love, and I can always make them different colors by painting them or putting some sort of Mod Podge and paper on top. And then I've got little tiny ones too like this, which I think are really cute. They're really great for cufflinks and things like that, maybe rings. And then I have basically the same thing. I have so many. I have this is not even all of the boxes that I have. I have like so many boxes. It's insane. So I think I put the rest of them downstairs in our storage locker. This guy is cards and envelopes. So this is just random stuff. Some of them that I bought. A lot of the stuff that I bought, and this is so cute. I love this, the Art of Disney, and it shows each one is like a different postcard, different sketches and stuff from different movies, and I absolutely, oh, this is the same one. I absolutely love it. So cute. So many Dumbo ones. Oh, Bambi, yeah. Love Bambi. Oh. Anyways, there's lots of really cool sketches and stuff like that. Here, I'm just gonna put them back. Really pretty. Some of them are like painted, like full-on painted ones, like almost like cells. This is just like cards and stuff that I've made. And some stamps and some envelopes. So, or stuff that I could easily, this is like blank cards that I got a bunch of blank cards. I thought this is really cute, so you can sort of make something with a voice bubble and then open it up and it says something else inside. I've done this before. I've made some stuff with this before, but it's not easy to come up with tons of stuff with that, and I didn't realize at the time. You think that a comic artist would know what to do with something like this. Anyways, this is also a little holiday card that I made with my pattern and stuff on it. And yeah, I just like love making stuff like that. It's really fun. Card making was actually my very first job. My grandpa paid me like a couple bucks when I was a kid and to make my grandma a anniversary or birthday card, and it was kind of my first gig, my first job. Oh, this is like a calendar that I made. So this is part of my, this is like pattern scrapbooking paper. So I've used this. This is like an old calendar that I basically had made for a bunch of people in, I don't know, it's like a few years ago or something. So yeah, I might just cut it up and make cards or something like that with it. Maybe some sort of craft. But yeah, this is just all random little types of pattern papers. There's some 12 by 12 papers and some smaller ones in here. And these fit in, these are actually a little bit bigger than 12 by 12 just to fit 12 by 12 papers. But, because you can do that if you're a scrapbooker. And spoonflower, this is my spoonflower samples. So I have, it's like a sample pack of different types of materials, and this is just samples of my patterns that I tried to make. A cool sewing book thing in case I wanted to make some sewing stuff in the future. Down here is like chalk stuff, so chalkboard, paint, and other chalk things. Like this is for tailor's chalk. These are chalk markers and regular chalk. And this is, oh, just some extra extra big rolls of tape, just in case I need some more. Got lots of those now. Okay, so I'm gonna go back up here. Alright, so up here I have Christmas cracker stuff. I was making Christmas crackers at one point, jewelry pendants. I'm not going to go too into detail about this sort of stuff. Jewelry pendant stuff. This is fine glitter. This is necklace chains, that sort of thing. So in case I want to make some necklaces from scratch, or even just anything with chains. Jewelry clasps and notions, and also some tools on like to make jewelry, so little pliers and things like that. They're basically for jewelry making, so they're a lot smaller and cute. Cameos and cufflinks and things. Tiny resin molds. Yeah, so those are the smaller ones that I was talking about earlier. So this is kind of cute. I think I have another one of these just specifically for, so this one's for resin, but I have another one that's made for baking. So I've actually made chocolate cameos and stuff like that in the past. This here is my touch and my Copic markers. I have enough. I have quite a few. My pro marker. Yeah, this is my pro markers. I collected a lot more of those before I got into the Copic. This is my brush markers from Faber-Castell. These are also Sharpie stuff. I think I have a few Sharpies down below too here. Oh, this is Tombow, and this is double-ended. So it's a brush end on one side and kind of like a finer tip on the other side. So it's great for if you're doing lettering, which I'm not the greatest at, but other people might be if they come over to visit me maybe. So I'll have that in stock for them. Sharpie stuff, also Bics, markers, and regular pens, standard pens. And it's got nothing in it. This is miscellaneous right now. So we've got to have at least one empty thing. Moving on to the last little bit here. This is more crafty stuff for the kiddos. So these are like black feathers, great for Halloween or whatever. Colorful feathers, little pom-poms, different colors. It's kind of sparkly pom-poms, and they're kind of a weird pom-pom, but they're pretty fun at the same time. These are like leaves from flowers from the fake flowers that I had for my wedding, and then this is some of the petals that kind of fell off some of them. So I just figured they'd be cute for crafting. These are just random little craft, either stickers or whatever that I got. Also flowers. Same thing with these guys, kind of more rose-based ones. So those would be fun to like put on packages and stuff like that, like gift wrapping and whatnot. These guys are my washi tapes. Washi tapes. These are kind of like the pretty ones. Some of them are sparkly, they're just very like lacy. This is a lot of the stuff that I use for my wedding. Sort of satiny ones. I got these from Zazzle. Zazzle made this is one of the colors that I had for my weddings. Kind of like a nice blue tone for like they matched the dresses and the ties and stuff like that I made, because I made a specific pattern for them. So I got the same blue sort of color to wrap around everything. And I made the little ring cushion for the ring bearer, who is my niece. So I made that with these ribbons and things like that. Also some lace, kind of fancy, sort of looked a little bit like the lace from my wedding dress. So I just figured I'd incorporate that also into the pillow. This, I might put a few more tools in here because I've got some really small tools. This one's like a magnetic screwdriver. I also have lots of different types of X-Acto knives. I shouldn't call them X-Acto knives because you know what I'm talking about. Different knives. Crafting knives, blades, and that sort of thing. These are just kind of just basically little jars that I haven't put anything in because they're for really small things. Maybe I'll use it for glitter or something like that in the future. So this here is a lot of my other cutters. This is a really cool cutter. So obviously this is a regular scissors. This one's a left-handed scissors because my brother is left-handed. Well, at least one of my brothers is left-handed. A rotary cutter. I used to call this the sewing pizza cutter. But fabric scissors. This is also fabric scissors, but they're like the scalloped edge ones. So this is really cool. This is most likely for paper, but it's kind of like, it just makes circles. You can sort of use the blade here, put it however you like, whatever height you desire, and you can make big and small circles with paper or something. So I think that's really cool. I haven't used it much yet, but I really want to. I think I got it from Wish or something. So a lot of these guys are paper cutter or paper punches, I should say. And then this is a heart one that I got. It's like on clearance. And this is actually the heart punch that I made these guys with. So they're nice and small and cute. This is kind of like for corners in case you want like your edges to be a little rounder for like rectangular things or square things. Oh, this is really cool. So this here, I'm going to show this off. Hey Dan, I know that you subscribed to my channel, so I figured I'd show off this stuff that you made. This is my friend Dan, Dapper Dan, who he only did like a small run of this. This looks like 5 out of 40, which is really cool. So he did a small run of these like cards, and he basically drew pictures of people from my store. And this is him right here, like a cartoon version of him. I'm actually in this card pack. He actually did, I'm like the 5 of hearts, I believe. Yeah, so like he did like a pack of like basically everybody that worked at the store and a bunch of his friends and stuff like that. And it was really, really cool. And I bought one of the card packs because why not? They're amazing. He's awesome. He's such a cool person. I really miss you, Dan. I wish I was still working with you. He also does amazing comics, guys. If you ever check out his site, I will put links down below to Dan's stuff. He's an awesome, awesome artist. This is like a photography kind of card thing that I got from some sort of site. Has different like facts and stuff on how to do photography, which is good because I'm not like the best with that sort of thing. I thought that would be really cool to like learn and also play cards at the same time. This is something from Pebeo. This is actually a USB thing. This my younger brother gave me, and I thought this is really cute for kids. I haven't actually broken into it. They're just too pretty to use, and I think you have to sort of sharpen them with knives, and I'm not good with that. But they're like branch pencils. Aren't they cute? They're so cool. I just absolutely love them. I think they're so cool, and I just sort of have them on display here. This is kind of more my paper. I'm gonna get down low here. This is my paper cutter stuff. I've got a tiny little paper cutter thing. I've got a bigger one too. It's more over at, it's not over here right now, but it should be normally over at my drawing table over there. So I'll do like a little tour on that another time. But this is my alphabet punch. So I'm not really great at doing lettering for things. I'm terrible with fonts, but this is great for if you're, say you want to make like happy birthday or happy Halloween kind of signs, which I might actually do for like a Halloween party at some point. We'll see. And we'll probably use like fun papers. I think I've got like some Halloween ones in the scrap paper section that I showed you earlier. This here this is my Fisker's blade. This here is like white temper paint, and it needs to be shaken up quite a bit because it looks like it's settling at the bottom. Yeah, so this is basically, this isn't fully it. I'm gonna show you guys down here. So this is a camera that I'm borrowing from a friend of mine. I haven't really used it too much yet, but hopefully I will in the future. That is a small iron, like a very tiny iron, great for sewing and making seams and stuff like that. This is my scanner. I love my scanner, and I might bring this out every now and then because I used to do traditional art, and then I would scan it in, and then I would digitize it when I was doing my comics, and then when I was first starting out doing textile art stuff. I can still do stuff like that in the future too, but yeah, I haven't used it too much lately because I got the iPad, and it's been really, really fun to draw on. I also will draw with a mouse. I've been known to do that. I did that for like the longest time before I got an iPad. This is some jewelry stuff, I think. Yeah, it's got a bunch of different jewelry findings and things like that in there. This is another label maker that I got. It's so cute. It's like a pink one. This one is it's a mini sewing machine, so I can make like dolls' clothes or something like that with this. I could also use this to teach kids or something on this little mini sewing machine. We can like sew together. I think it's cute. This is more file stuff like for my business and whatever else, and some sketchbooks. And also down here is like a paint palette. It's supposed to, the acrylic is supposed to pry up on there, but I don't think it does very well. This is a Liquitex acrylic paint set. It was actually, I think it was like a limited edition thing, and it came with like this really, really cute box. As you can see, it's kind of got retro art and stuff on it, and it has like classic colors in it. It has some palette knives and some, I think it has palettes in there, I can't remember, but I think it mostly has brushes, but it comes with a lot of the classic colors in it. It's just beautiful. So I bought that. I haven't even really broken into that yet because it's just too pretty. It's really, every artist has something like that that's like just too pretty, they just can't break into it, right? That's that. And I hope you guys love this video. I'm gonna do a few more little videos, I think, just to show you guys the rest of my sort of studio space that I have now. Yeah, anyways guys, Take care. I hope everyone has an amazing day. This was really, really fun to do. Take care.